I knew that I could scale the store. I couldn't spend 50-50. I needed to lock in on the store. From December 15th to the end of December, I did 69K in 15 days, pretty much.
New store.
Brand new store.
But that's with the experience behind it.
That is correct. There's power in saying no to people. Yeah. Everyone's trying to get your time. Getting off of socials was the biggest variable. I also wasn't looking at what anyone else was doing. I had no clue what was going on at all. I have no clue. Does it affect me making money at all? So why the f do I care about it right now? I have to get this done. I need to do this. I have a plan. I need to execute on this plan. And I'm going to get there faster if I'm not distracted by what everyone else is doing.
Okay. You're spending 40 to 50K a month to make 30 a day.
Yeah.
Like 6 figures sitting in the checking account, just net. I'm like, more money, more problems. What the is going on?
Well, you need A players.
It's like this person not exactly motivated by money.
What motivates her?
Freedom.
If the person doesn't feel like they're contributing to anything, then they will go somewhere where they feel like they're contributing to something.
Yo, what you just said right there, bro. I'm sorry, but that part is the most important part. Yo, what up? Back with another one. It's the Delete Kings podcast. I go by the name Delete King 850. And we got a special guest back once again.
The re-return.
You know what I mean? Like, this guy, I was going to crack a joke. I was going to say, yo, we ain't got Andrew Tate, but we got something even better for y'all. You feel me? How you feeling, my boy?
Bro, I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm locked in. I'm feeling great.
Andrew Georgie in the building.
Yes.
I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. I want to know, like, because I understand what locked in means, but I don't think a lot of people really know what really locked in means.
Yeah.
So if anybody's going to lock in, like, describe what happened between now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we were running the coaching program. Everything was good. Nothing bad had happened or anything like that. We just decided as a unit, we were like, yo, let's lock in on our own stores. So we stopped taking new students. We pretty much stopped everything. We did finish out the students that we did take because it was a 6-month program. So we did complete everything. No one got any bad treatment. Mm-hmm. But we stopped taking students and we just locked in on our stores. And you see the result of what happened when I locked in on my stores, bro. And I locked in for 6 months. I just cut social media out. It was super, super helpful for me just because I was minimalizing all distractions. So most people won't do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop off for 6 months. And now you see the results. You see it on my stories.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you can't fake that. You know what I'm saying?
I make sure I screen record so motherfuckers can't be saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
From what I'm seeing, like sometimes I could see your story, but I might not know what I'm seeing or comprehending, but it looks like you're making $30,000 a day.
Yeah. Revenue-wise, yeah. Yeah, we're averaging about 1 to 1.5K in profit a day right now.
At least 30,000 and 40,000 a month in profit.
Profit, yeah.
But to be able to screenshot 30,000 in revenue, just in general, like
off like 2 orders
to the blind eye, they're just like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still a big deal. Congratulations, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'm so glad I get to say, yeah, I know a guy. He's making 30,000 a month. You know how many times that I say that?
Yeah. It's,
and I'm about to have it on the podcast.
I'm super blessed, bro. Like, but I just locked in, man. I ended up taking that store and really just running with it. I put a lot of back end groundwork in. I set up infrastructure, and now we're really rocking. You know, we're really moving. So, it's consistent. It's continuing to grow. And I'm continuing to make moves in the back end. Mm-hmm. And my boys are pretty much, they wanted to be out of the coaching space. They didn't want to be in it. They don't like being on socials like that. They like to be the shadows. And that's cool. You got to know what you want to be, right? Whether you want to be the shadow or you want to be the forefront. They always knew I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I would make a comeback. I knew I had a plan. See, like when I left, I had a fucking plan. And the plan was executed upon flawlessly. And so now we're executing upon the new plan, right? This was a new plan that I had made, which isn't really new, but I made it because I knew, okay, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And then once I come back, now we're about to really hit it hard.
I don't want to skip over like the epiphany.
Yeah.
You were already winning. Let's get that straight.
Yeah.
All right. You're already winning. You got your 3 boys at least, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're overseas or something like that, but y'all had the coaching thing.
Yeah.
But like there had to be a moment like something has to change. So they identified that we want to fall back from the spotlight and just do behind the scenes.
They weren't on, like, they didn't like being on the socials and having to promote it and having to, just constantly, because when you're doing this shit, you got to constantly be on the socials. You got to be in people's faces. You got to let them know. So they didn't like that.
Okay, so they weren't on board. So they agreed. Y'all mutually came to that conclusion.
Yes, 100%.
And then what really happened before the lock-in? Like, what was the key factor?
I knew that I could scale the store.
Okay.
And I knew that I needed to spend time to do that. Like, I knew that I couldn't spend 50-50. I needed to lock in on the store, and I couldn't be giving my time to new students and couldn't be giving my time to, working on growing the coaching program when I knew for a fact that my store could be where it's currently at and where it's on its trajectory to go.
Okay. And this whole time, you're still teaching yourself, giving yourself advice on how to really scale this stuff?
I have a good circle, but at the end, so that's how I still learn. I have to be learning at this point, and at this rate, I have to seek out people who are doing better than me or who are at least experts in these areas and in these departments of the business. So that's how I'm still learning, right? Like, I'll give you a couple examples, right? So for the website, I went in and I found developers through my connections. So I have professional developers who built my site. And then on top of that, those people linked me up with the CRO, which, if for anyone who's not knowing what that is, it's conversion rate optimization. So the ability to turn viewers into customers or visitors on a Shopify store into customers. So I hooked up with them. I dropped like 13 grand. We made really big implementations into the site so our CRO can increase. On top of that, I then outsourced. After I did $1 million in 6 months, I did, I think, $1 million in like 5.5 months. And that, after that, I was like, okay, I need to outsource the ads now. Like, I know what I'm doing. I have above average skill set in this, but it does take a lot of time, and it's very, very intricate, granular work. So I was already connected with the ads agency, and so I was like, yo, you guys can take over the ads, and same thing with the SEO side, the search engine optimization. So that way I can get organic traffic. So that's how I'm still learning 100%, but now I'm just learning from experts in these individual fields. Does that make sense?
Okay, so you're learning from the experts that are actively doing what they do full time.
Yes.
That have the results.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Because I want to break down like the nitty gritty of the whole strategy for somebody to follow your footsteps. Like, you dropped 13K.
I dropped 13K on the conversion rate optimization agency that they've worked with 7 and 8 figure brands. We're talking major brands. Like, I'm not going to disclose the brands that they worked with, but they've worked with 8 figure. Brez is one of them. You know Brez, the drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they've worked with big name brands, and they just have proof. All the agencies I work with have proof to back what they do. So
the advertising agency, you just always been locked in with them.
Yeah, they were people I met a while ago. Like, I met at the beginning of my journey, and so I've always been cool with them. But I was like, yo, I'm spread far. Do you care? Like, I pay you a monthly retainer, and like, I'm gonna run you through my ad strategy, and I'm gonna run you through what I'm gonna do, and you just tell me where my blind spots are, like where my flaws are. And they were like, all right, that's cool. So I paid them a retainer. I ran all my ad decisions through them. That's how I really fortified my ad skills, because I'm always going to them with my plan. I'm like, okay, this is the data. This is XYZ. This is my game plan based on the data. What do you think? 9 times, no bullshit, 9 times out of 10, they were like, bro, that sounds solid. Just run that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were times where I would ask more intricate questions, but I knew what I was doing, but they would just be there to be like, yeah, because they're experts. I'm not, like, and I'm still scaling the store. So what got you to 100K a month is not going to get you to 200. It's not going to get you to 300. So things have to change, and you have to be willing to adapt. And sometimes you need someone there to be like, yeah, you're doing it right. Therefore.
So that sounds like they're literally ad consultants, and you're still pushing the buttons and doing the labor for the ads.
Yeah.
But you were smart enough to still say, I'm going to pay these people so I can avoid mistakes.
Correct.
And costly mistakes, because when you're running ads, he's spending money as we speak.
Yeah, I spend $1,800 a day on ads, on Google Ads. I'm spending in the ballpark of 50 to 60 grand a month on ads.
50 to 60
now
grand.
I am.
Okay.
Now I am.
And that's a lot of credit card cashback points that you get.
Amex, brother. You already know. Gotcha. I love my Amex points. They never expire. I stack the shit out of those points.
Gotcha.
I stack the shit out of those points.
Oh, shit. You're spending
40
to 50K a month
to
make 30 a day.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm speaking slow so y'all can I don't want this to go over y'all head.
Yeah. And just for clarification purposes, like I got to the point of getting to $1,700-$1,800 a day, right? Like I didn't just write up at $1,700-$1,800 a day. That's not how it works.
How important is rising up? And I'm gonna put some context to this question, right? Because let's say, hey, I'm ready to do what you do. Let's say I literally have a credit card with $100,000 and I want to skip the growth process. Just get me at 1,800 a day. I'm comfortable with it because I'll probably duplicate your results. But and so I'll add the context. Like right. I tell people, if you ain't never flipped $2,000, what you out here doing swiping for 50?
Yeah.
Like, why are you going you're warm up. Like if you practice with $2,500.
Yeah.
Every adult over 18, 20 years old can recoup $2,500 even at McDonald's if shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? Correct. So I tell people, flip your first $2,500 before you go crazy. But I want to add context to that question. How important is gradually going up rather than if you already have the budget through like business funding or something?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So gradually growing is going to be the most optimal way to do it because you're not going to waste money. So you're able to do what you just said. Like if I wanted to just start at, launching at $1,000 a day on ads, you could do that. But you're going to spend a lot of wasted funds because your ads aren't optimized. Sure, you can also flip that coin and say, I can optimize faster because I'm getting more data. That is correct. But at the end of the day, the smart play is to gradually scale your ad account and your daily ad spend because you're going to maximize profits. You're going to be able to retain more. You're not going to lose money. If I was to just drop $1,500 a day, month one of running ads, I'm in the negative for sure. I'm in the negative because my ads aren't optimized. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard a lot of ad agencies say like the first 2 months you're just collecting data. Maybe the first 3 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
The first 3 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
Like you're collecting data and then you're building. Are they still doing pixels, the Facebook pixels, warming that up? And the people that visit your website will, if they go back to Facebook, they're seeing your ad again or something like that?
Yeah, Google's a little bit different. Not to get too intricate, but Google's a little bit differently. There's not pixels. They're called Google tags, which is the same thing. Like, so it's conversion tracking tags. So like I have an add to cart, a begin checkout, and a purchase tag. And so essentially that's what you're using. And then you can, once you ramp it up and you continuously get more conversions, then you're able to use different bidding strategies that really hone in on the data that you've collected. And you can get data relatively quickly with Google. So it's different. Facebook's a little bit different than Google, but you still get data every single day, regardless. You don't need to spend $1,000 to get it quicker. You can, but it's unideal, bro. I didn't take that route, and I knew I didn't want to take that route. So like I took the slower option, and I just gradually grew my stuff. That's why when in December 15th, when I launched the store,
December 15th. Hold on. Because I knew you were winning. I knew you already had something going. You had some momentum. You're telling me you did $1 million in 6 months. All right, break it down. Now I'm shocked. Oh my God.
I started a new store. So my merchant center was suspended. I ain't gonna go into that. It was suspended, right? It's typical. It happens, right? And I have connections now, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, right? So I had that suspended for 6 months. When I came on this podcast last time, I was running my first store, right? But I was in the background. I was working on getting this unsuspended. So December 15th, we get it unsuspended. We launch ads. From December 15th to the end of December, I did 69K in 15 days, pretty much. In 15 days, 69 bands.
New store.
Brand new store.
But that's with the experience behind it.
That is correct. So I had the experience. I knew what I was doing now, which is why I can scale so fast. Month one, full month, January, 120K. February, 200K.
Wow, you have a skill set that is just like
I'll print.
Can take that.
I'll print, bro. My business is evaluated to sell at 897K right now. You also have to take into effect that the first 6 months, no one's going to buy the business, right? No one's going to buy it. That's just what I could sell it for on paper. But no financially literate person who's an investor or any private equity firm is going to buy the business because it's still too early. It hasn't been running for 12 months. So I just had a meeting 2 days ago with a gentleman over at a company that you can buy and sell e-com businesses. And he was like, yeah, your business can sell for this right now, but no one's going to buy it. So give it 12 months. In this last 6 months, in the next 6 months, when you come upon a year, you got to do X, Y, Z to get these things ready. And so I'm really exploring and learning about the selling of a business and how to sell it and what's required. And like most people don't know that when you go to sell a business, you need to have all your P&L statements and you need to be able to prove every single line item on that P&L statement. So you need to be able to prove all of the costs. Every single line on that P&L statement has to be able to be proven via bank statements, credit card statements, ad accounts. All these things have to line up. And most people don't know that. And there's still more that I don't know, but I'm exploring that and I'm learning that now. So, 12 months, 6 months, 1.2 million revenue. It's fucking insane. It's beautiful.
And you just chilling from the crib, just making $1 million for 6 months. Like, bro, that's gotta feel good. So we're gonna segue into like, I just want to know, like, it's different now.
Way different.
It's a different feeling. I need you to describe to the people, what does it feel like to make at least $1,500 a day, and just with certainty? Absolutely. Like, what is the feeling? Describe it for the people.
I don't know. A sense of proudness, like a sense of being proud of myself, because I knew I would get here through all the shit that I went through to get here. It just reinforces all the faith, belief, and trust I had in myself.
Yeah, that's a different feeling.
Because I had people who were telling me that I should like not do this anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Like
still?
I still have people.
They see you winning and they're just like,
yeah,
you shouldn't do it anymore. What were they doing?
Regular shit. I don't listen to those people, bro. I don't listen to those people.
I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. It's like you see somebody leveling up in life, higher than you. Bro, you just shouldn't do it anymore. I see you're all stressed out. You're always working. You never.
Yeah, it was the stress. They seen a lot of like how stressed I was. They were like, bro, you should like, you don't need to do this. And I'm like, I'm built different. Like I'm built for this shit, bro. Like I'll figure it out.
I still want to dial in on the locking in, because I know you said social media, like, cause I was trying to tag you in the last joint. So it's like, he's not on social media. Fuck, he's locked in. All right, cool. I respect it. But it's just like, I'm still like, I'm gonna bring my situation into the mix, right? Yeah. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm lazy or if I'm crazy. Like right now, I'm on edge. I got to post today at least twice, right? Yeah. My assistant's trying to help me, still learning, whatever. But it's my responsibility. I have to show up. Yeah. Like, it's something that I've learned that consistency is like non-negotiable. Yeah. Like, do at least one thing every day. Like, I pray every day. Yeah. Right? And yeah, I make my bed every day too. Because, like, cool. Some people say that's not gonna make you a millionaire, but you know, certain things are non-negotiable. Yeah. Right? So I make sure I post on social media every day ever since I paid a few thousand for somebody to just tell me to post every day, and that's how I'm gonna get 100,000 followers. Right. Oh, secret sauce, consistency. I should have known that. I should get it tatted right here on my face.
Isn't it crazy though that sometimes you're doing exactly what I just did though? You're paying for someone to tell you something you already knew.
And that's the craziest shit.
It's really the guidance, though. I think it's more of the guidance in the mix, in the intricacies of when you're actually doing it. It's like, yo, could I make this post better this way? What angle can I hit this from? How can I make this post more engaging? I think that is why I personally pay, even though I quote unquote know what to do. It's the little details that I want reaffirmed to me. Yeah. And that could be something that maybe you do that you just maybe don't realize, because you know to be consistent, you know to post. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's just having that person there who's an expert in it, who knows, yeah, you should be doing it this way, or it's just that reassurance that you might want. I do it.
The idea of locking in. Yeah. Something that, am I really locked in? I spend a lot of time building up people, right? Yeah. Like literally, like my team. I told myself, I think it was March and April, I'm gonna just focus on a team because I'm spread out too thin, wearing too many hats. Yeah. So when I tell you, I'm teaching people how to think. Yeah. How to have confidence. Yeah. Never stop saying you don't know, and guess first. Yeah. That was a rule I made with my assistant. Like before you tell me you don't know something, you have to guess, and you have to at least give me two assumptions, two strong assumptions, hypothesis. Yeah. What do you think the answer is? Breathe in, breathe out, answer, boom. They actually knew half the time. Yeah. Cool. So I spend a lot of time building up people. I don't know if that's a waste of time. I spend a lot of I try to hire a lot of people,
Okay.
right? That they think so it's like I'm assuming they're the expert, like,
Yeah.
whether I go on Upwork, Fiverr, this and that, whatever. And then I send them the invoice, like they diagnose me. This is like recent problems I'm venting about. I'll probably make a separate podcast about it. But it's like at the end of the day, they send me the invoice, but I'm like, well, I'm poking a bunch of holes in the invoice. I'm like, how does this do this, do this? And it's like it's like a invoice about maintenance, but not growth.
Yeah.
And they can't even describe to me, how am I gonna make money with your services? Like, how am I really, like, you do XYZ, the result should be money in my pocket, so I don't even feel your invoice.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I spend a lot of time like questioning, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm either hiring, building up people, trying to be as consistent as I can, wearing so many hats in the business.
Yeah.
Right? I did invest in some more mentorship.
Nice.
Right? But it's like group mentorship.
Nice.
But the guy, he's like super big deal. So it's like, for one-on-one, it's definitely like 50 to 100K.
Was Batman Kevo?
No, not yet.
Continue.
Eventually.
Sorry.
Him 500.
Okay. I don't
He's
know.
like, him 500 is like the GOAT.
Okay.
There's only like 4 or 5 of them. It's like Dion and him 500, Batman Kevo, and then like Trinity the Ghost. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All people I love and respect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I literally got all of them on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And I'm just like ranking myself. So all I know is I'm being consistent to grow my organic following.
Yeah.
Now it's monetizing that following. You know what I'm saying? I met these people, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely networking with them. So I decided I'm going to invest to actually get in the room.
Yeah.
And be a part of these conversations. I'm in the part where I'm watching the pre-recorded content and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And pulling up in person, hopping up on flights, going to the events and shaking hands with. There was 11 millionaires on stage when I went to that event.
It's a different era. It's a different aura.
Casual. I'm just like, and I wanted to make like a TikTok, like I joined a millionaire cult.
Yeah.
I feel like that would go viral because it's just like they're
just all big players.
all lit. I'm like, yeah, I paid 5 figures to join a millionaire cult. Here's my experience. Exposed. But it's just like, it's dope. It's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. I'm now paid the guy I want to be like.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like I do need that strategy. That's the only thing. I feel like I can get advice for what I paid.
Yeah.
But I need like that detailed consultation. Like,
Strategy and structure. It seems like you lack structure.
I know I have a momentum.
Yeah.
I'm building.
Right.
Like, but I don't like busy work. You know what I'm saying? And I understand I need to outsource it.
Yeah.
And I'd be scared they're just gonna tell me, well, I know what they're gonna tell me. Oh, you spend more money. I've been spending money, but I've been interviewing people that send me invoices that they can't explain how it's gonna benefit me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let's back it up and let me ask you this: what's your definition of locking in? Everyone's definition is different.
Okay, locking in, no distractions. I don't go to bars. I don't drink. I don't allow distractions. But like I said, I'm still wearing so many hats.
Yeah.
So I can't tell if the work that if I'm doing things that are distracting.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Like, I get decision to fatigue. Like right now, right now, I'm literally launching my AI software. Now everybody can fix their credit for free.
Yeah.
So I just need to build a landing page. Should take an hour, but like, oh my God, I still got to post today. Oh my God, I still got to book my flight to Miami. Oh my God, and I got to monitor my assistant that's supposed to be helping me do this stuff and wonder, why did she text me today? Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I'm admitting this on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's sweet, but it's like, I got 6 figures sitting in the checking account, just net. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, more money, more problems. What the fuck is going on?
Well, I think 2 things. I see 2 major red flags, like major red flags. One is you need A players. So A players are less time consuming to manage, and they're very self-sufficient. A players. So you need to hire A players. That's the first problem you have. That'll buy you so much time back.
How do I find A players, my guy?
I like LinkedIn.
Okay.
I like LinkedIn personally, and then it's just gonna, at the end of the day, when you hire A players, the main thing you have to accept is that they're gonna want more. They're gonna want to get paid more, and they justifiably right. They need to get paid more. So being able to come to this stomach and being able to stomach that you're gonna pay them more than you would pay a C player is something that some people I feel have a very hard time stomaching. But if you look at the opposite end of the spectrum, if you don't, you deal with what you just described. But if you do, and you're willing to pay them 2 to 3 times more than what you're currently paying, everything, you buy your time back. And so that is one major issue that I think that would help solve a lot of your problems, because you're essentially just micromanaging somebody else instead of doing all of it yourself. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is that you lack structure throughout the day. You're like, you just told me, you're like, okay, I got to build a landing page, but I also have to post, and I also have to do this. It's like, no. You know what really works for me is time blocks. So like, I'll have like a work block 1. Iman Ghazi does this. I took it from him. So like, work block 1 is like 45 minutes. No more than 45-minute work blocks. So work for 45 minutes and just work on one thing. Or if you finish that one thing, do something, then you start the second thing. So it's like, okay, if I do 45-minute work block, 15-minute rest, 45-minute work block, 15-minute rest, and you do that, you will see. And when you're in that work block, everything's off. D&D, everything. Like, no one can touch you.
Yeah. So
that's what I do.
Yeah, I've been getting better at that.
Yeah.
So I've had a morning routine probably for a solid 3 years, but longer than that. But since I read all the Think and Grow Rich and all that stuff, years and years and years ago, like 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get through my morning routine. I'm opening up my laptop by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
That's given.
Yeah.
And I've been noticing recently, I think like a week and a half ago, like my phone was just on Do Not Disturb, and I was so productive, but it was weird because it's like I got clients calling. Like, a client pays me a certain amount, I'm gonna pick up. I'm trying to make myself available until I can train like a person to handle that. Long story short, between 10 or whatever, like 10 a.m., like I'm trying to like at least synchronize with my team.
Yeah.
Before I can really just D&D.
Yeah.
But like as you described, I got something similar to that.
Yeah.
Where I will write down what are the most productive things that I could literally do in my time.
Yeah.
But as of like 2 weeks ago, I've been practicing some quiet time. Like those 4 hours block, like before like my stomach tells me I gotta leave, I gotta get something to eat. Like I don't have time to cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I barely got time to meal prep.
Yeah.
But from 10 a.m., I'll try and synchronize with my team for that first hour. So I just know they know, break. All right, go. Do what you got to do.
Right.
And then I'm like so locked in. And I feel like you're right with the Do Not Disturb. Like, because Do Not Disturb until lunchtime. All right, cool. Recharge. And then boom. Like, and then another quiet time before my brain melts around like sunset or something. Like, all right, decision fatigue. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what happens too is that it makes, when you have A players, they won't be needing you as much.
Right.
All right. And also, if someone doesn't have the funds, someone who's watching who doesn't have the funds to get an A player, well, then that's fine. You just set up systems, processes, and teach them when this happens. If this, then this. It's a simple thing. If this, then this. Like, teach them, walk them through your thought process. The beautiful thing about hiring people that, let's say, aren't A players is you get to teach them how you think, and then with that, when doing that, when they're on their own, they know how you solved these problems, so now they can go solve them the exact same way. So that's the beautiful thing about being able to lead, let's say, non-A players. Mm-hmm. Yes. Does it take a little bit more time? Yes. Is it time suck at the beginning? Yes. But it can also help you refine your own systems and processes just as you would with an A player. Both will help that. That's an indirect benefit. But whenever you're teaching somebody to do something for you, make them pay attention and then be like, okay, you see how I just solved this? Okay, perfect. When this problem occurs again, because it will, I want you to do the same thing. Diagnose the situation. I want you to assess it. I want you to assess the situation, diagnose and assess. After that, I want you to think, why did this happen? How did it break, or what happened to cause this? And then I want you to think of solutions to implement to solve the problem currently, right here, right now. And then I want you to just provide me each thing. This is the problem. This is why I think it happened. This is what I wanted. These are my list of solutions to solve said problem. And I'm going to go with X solution because of XYZ. What are your thoughts? Now we've just skipped so much. You're teaching them to think on their own. They're being more self-sufficient. They're being more resourceful, right? Because if you don't do that, then you're your own bottleneck. Now you're going to have to solve every problem all the time. Whereas after that same process I just listed out, when they do that 5 times or 10 times, it's like they've gone through the repetitions. They now know, okay, cool, this, and this, and I know what Ty's probably going to say, so I'm probably going to go with this solution because this has happened before or a similar situation happened before, so I'm just going to do this.
100%.
So I would highly recommend doing that. Highly recommend it.
I agree with everything you're saying. I would say about 115 days ago, something around that area, like the assistant that I do have, I told her, I need SOPs. This is my who spreadsheet. This is everybody I need on my team. We need to find A players, go on Upwork and find them one by one, go out recruit, right? I need an NDA for everybody. And then I need the agreement, the hiring agreement for everybody created. I need the SOP so they can get onboarded super fast, created, put it all on the spreadsheet. That was my idea, right?
Right.
It's taking her forever to create the SOPs.
Why do you think that happens?
I'm trying to figure out why. I am trying to figure out why.
What's your thesis on why?
Man, I kind of know why. It's like this person, like, got a lot of love for her, but not exactly motivated by money.
What motivates her?
Freedom.
Okay. Two things I want to say real quick. The viewers will get a lot of value out of this too. Whenever I hire somebody, there's two questions I ask that are non-negotiables. I ask every time. How much money you want to make? What's your goal? If it's not money, then what motivates you? And two, how far do you want to go in the company? Because do you just want to be the best at what you do, or do you want to be a leader? That gives me everything I need to know, because now what I can do is I can tell them, okay, let's say it's money. Okay, fantastic. You want to make $10,000 a month. Okay, cool. That's doable here or it's not. You will know that. If it is, then great. And I know you don't want to be a leader, so I'm not going to think of you when it comes to who I want to put there, because then most people don't ask these questions and then they put the person who didn't want to be there, that causes bullshit. So what you're doing is you're now catering to what they want, which means that will now cater to what you want. And you can also tell them, okay, cool, you want to be a leader and you want to make $10K a month. Okay, how far do you want to lead? What do you want to do? Do you want to be do you want to be the head of the department? What do you want to do? You break that down and then you say, okay, fantastic. Then what you'll do is you can tell them, okay, fantastic. Now I'm going to create a path for you to get there. Now they'll be more motivated than ever. So what that tells me is that you just need to create a path for her to get what she wants. And then you need to share that with her so she knows that what she is doing is definitely correlating 110% to her getting to where she wants. It is progressing her towards her desires, which meanwhile progresses you towards your desires. So you both win. It's a symbiotic win-win relationship, which then allows for more progress to be made in much shorter amount of time. Because the problem is that most employees never get asked those two questions, and then most employees are in the dark on if they're going to get where they want. And you can't expect the employee to tell you what they want, because the norm is that the owner or the person hiring doesn't give a shit. So you can't I'm not saying you, but in general, people can't expect the person to just be very outgoing and extroverted and say this XYZ. Mm-hmm. You need to be the person who asks those questions and then formulates a plan to get her there or him, mm-hmm. and then communicate that with them, because it's almost just as imperative as communicating the vision of the company. If the person doesn't feel like they're contributing to anything, then they will go somewhere where they feel like they're contributing to something, because a paycheck will only last so long. So now we'll flip the script here. If it's not money that motivates them, I had an employee in the Philippines, and I asked him, I said, how much money do you want to make? He's like, my wife makes good money too. Like, money doesn't really matter to me. I'm like, okay, just give me a number, please. I want to make X amount of dollars. Okay, cool. Now what do you really want? He's like, I really like playing video games. I'm like, all right. I was like, okay, cool. What games you play? You know, we were chopping it up, shooting the shit. After that, I was like, okay, cool. I was like, what do you want? Like, what do you desire in the video games? Like, what is it? He's like, I want a new computer. And I was like, all right, cool. How much does that cost? What parts do you want? So he wrote down all the parts he wanted. He sent it to me, and I said, all right, cool. If you hit these KPIs or you do these things and we hit these goals each month, I will buy you a new computer piece. So in 6 to 9 months, you'll have a new computer, and my business grows. Right. And everything that person did correlate. This is another problem that most people do when they're starting, and I'm guilty of it. I made the same mistake, which is when you give somebody a task to do, or you're giving them an incentive or a bonus, it needs to correlate to revenue-driven driving the business.
Yo, what you just said right there, bro. I'm sorry, but that part is the most important part.
Yeah, it needs to correlate to revenue.
Even down to the first invoice that I'll get. Like, I've gotten invoices, and I had to ask, how does this correlate to the revenue growth?
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Somebody sent me an invoice, like, bow, gotcha. I'm like, okay. It's only a couple thousand a month. Okay, cool. So I pay this invoice, I make more money, right? Because, like, that's like the ultimate goal.
Right.
But the person was like, well, you're in charge of making money, but I'll make sure you keep making money. I'm like, and I feel like I'm making this mistake way too often. Mm-hmm. Like, before I interview somebody, I'm like, who are you? What do you ultimately want? Like, just we're being casual. Like, what do you really would want? Like, I ask, if you wake up and you're living your dream life, can you describe the day? Describe how the day goes. I just want to know, like, where your head is at. What is a fantasy land for you? We only live once. I know this, right? Oh, I'm probably, this, that, this, and that. Some people, they don't dream big enough. Cool, that's their problem.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, okay, cool. I can get that done. What if I told you I can get that done? Would you be interested? Because before you work with me, I got to figure out how I can help you get to what you want.
Right.
You are always going to prioritize what you want regardless.
Right.
So I got to figure out that. That's more important. I got these small tasks a third grader can do. Copy, paste this.
Right. Data entry, simple shit.
Right. And then the mistake that I think I'm making is I'm explaining to them, which I know I'm getting a hint. They don't give a fuck how I make my money.
I wouldn't put it that way. I would take a completely different approach.
But people are so used to trading their time for money that I think I'm losing a lot of people. Am I, or these are not A players?
They're not A players. First of all, if you have to, you wouldn't need to tell an A player any of that shit.
I'm been going crazy, my guy.
You don't have to tell an A player any of that. They just, when do you need it done by? Okay, cool. That's it. Like, okay. They'll figure everything else. They're resourceful. They don't have to worry about that. I would take a completely different approach.
All right, go break it down.
My approach would be more along the lines of, see, like, everything you just said benefits you.
And like I said, I try to lead with what would benefit them, right? And then I try to explain how I generate revenue in this line of business that they're about to get involved in.
Yeah.
Right? And I say, hey, if you help me, my business grows. But, like, if my business grows, you get more of a cut. I'll throw you in a revenue share in this joint. Like, I'll give you equity in this business, but we'll have your base. We're going to establish your base on what you say you want to survive, and then what you want, lifestyle included. I want to establish their base, but I'm trying to explain to them how they get in where they fit in. And a thing I haven't mentioned, I talk too much, right? Yeah. Like, that's why I have a podcast, right? I'll say, hey, you can like, if I gotta train you, it's hard to pay you as much as I would pay somebody that's already trained. I'm not scared to go hire the guy that already knows what he's doing. Yeah. But like you're obviously gonna impress me before I'm gonna even consider working with you. I can't hire nobody that's not better than me. Right? So you say you're good at what you do. I've seen a little bit of your work. That's why we're on the call right now. So It's basically saying, like, you can take this opportunity and be an employee, but I'm also offering you the opportunity to be like a leadership role. Take this position, make literally as much money you want within this organization. Now you understand how I make money in revenue.
Right.
So I'm taking, like, hey, you can just be an editor and only edit my Instagram reels. Yeah. Or if you want to make more money, edit my podcast, Instagram reels, YouTube, shorts, edit the description. Like, I don't care. Like, do what you do. This is what I need done.
Right.
Send me an invoice. You get paid once it gets done. Yeah. I don't care how long it takes you to get it done. Just get it done.
Right.
So I've been presented an opportunity, and it's like, it's way up here, like above their head. I'm just like, do you want to be because if I got to pay you, I can't train you if I got to pay you, you're an intern. Work your way up, produce, you get paid regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it goes from intern to, like, employee or leadership contractor.
Right.
I think I'm explaining that too much to everybody. How would you go about it?
I would just start with the end in mind. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't tell them anything about what I need or what, like, I wouldn't tell them anything about what I get from it, or that the business grows, or that they can make more money doing this. Because if you know what they want, if you're asking the question at the beginning, how much do you want, then you just reverse engineer it, and it's always about them. And what you're also can do when you go about it that way is you can make it so that they feel very, very good and purposeful in their work by doing XYZ, because it's just going to benefit. I would never talk about myself.
And I try to avoid talking about myself.
Ever.
Too.
Like, I would never talk about myself. I would never talk about the business growing in the sense of it's going to grow so you'll make more money. I wouldn't put it that way. I would just be like, if you just do XYZ over X amount of time and we hit these goals, XYZ happens because of a result of that.
For sure.
I would keep it very short, sweet, and simple, and then just give them tasks to do, deadlines to do it. And if they don't do it, then they're gone.
They're out of here.
You know, they're gone. But that's how I would handle it. It's much more simple. I feel like you overcomplicate. Like, because you're a yapper, just like myself. You gotta. I had to learn how to be more concise with what I say.
Yeah.
And not overdo it. And it's very difficult for someone like you and I who can really talk.
Yeah, because
you know?
I feel like I'm speaking Spanish half the time. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because what you just said, like, don't really tell them too much about how it benefits me or what I do or what. So I'm not gonna lie, I follow that.
Yeah.
Because by the time I'm sending them the NDA and the onboarding stuff, they're still like, they're still wondering, like, so what do you do again? Like, half of them don't even see my Instagram yet. I'm just like,
And you're hiring these people you're hiring?
These are people, like, they'll tell me, like, they can execute or they want the opportunity. It's a warm introduction from somebody else, like, right? So it's like, it's just a handful of people. It's just a handful of people. And I'm realizing, like, I do just got to go to an agency and spend the bag. It's cool. Like, just been bootstrapping it way too much, you know.
I honestly wouldn't. For hiring, you're talking about, correct?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find.
I wouldn't do that. I think the skill of hiring is so imperative, and if you just outsource it off of the rip, you lose so much. You lose the opportunity to build such very critical skills in business.
Right.
And so it's almost why I would tell somebody don't outsource the sales part of a business, because it's the most crucial part of any business. I would say the same thing to you. I would not outsource I would build the skill set of hiring. And if you do that, then when you hire somebody else or when you hire an agency, you can compare your hiring process to their hiring process. And you can see, so I'll give you my hiring process in a simple rundown. It's first, it's a video that they have to watch and completely watch prior. So use ClickFunnels for it. And that video explains a ton about the position.
Oh, snap. I missed that one. I learned that joint 5 years ago, but
yeah, so
that's
I
a
would
good
do that.
one. Yeah.
So create a video, talk about the position, the company, your role in the company, the position that they're applying for, the expectations of the position. This is going to save you so much time. Then after that, when they fill out the form, you know that they're understanding what they're getting into, but never mention salary in the video. And then after that, you have them fill out a Google form. And you give them ways to DQ themselves in the form if they don't do certain things or whatever, then that also proves level of lack of attentiveness and lack of attention to detail. So now you've filtered more people out that way. After that, I then have them send a video to me of them through Loom or whatever on our iPhone. I don't give a shit. Telling me why you want to work here. Why do you feel like you're such a good fit for this? How can you improve our company by you being here? Why do you feel like you deserve this position? Right? Then you also, from that's filter number 3. So when you implement that, now you can see how are they? How do they talk? How does their body language? How confident do they sound in themselves? Right? You can have them talk about their experience in there as well. And then after they get to that 3rd layer, then the 4th layer then comes down to, I would say, okay, I like everything I've seen so far. I have an event that I'm planning 3 weeks from now. I want you to spend the next 5 days planning the whole event for me and give them a real life scenario of doing it. And if you like how they did it, well, then now we have an interview.
The test task.
Yeah.
I like how you broke that down.
But see, if I hired an outsourced the agency to hire somebody for me, I would have never learned those things.
Right.
That's why I'm
right.
telling you, it's so important.
Yeah, that's that. So that's what I said. Like, early spring. I was like, I'm gonna dedicate a lot of my time to people team building because it's just wearing way too many hats. And I'm like, I don't care how long it takes. I'm finding me a personal assistant, right? So I got 1.5 personal assistants right now.
What's your criteria when you hired your personal assistant? How long did they have to be a personal assistant for before you hire? But like before they could apply for the job. So it's like you want 5 years experience. Like how long?
Man, that's tough because my main requirement is competency and the ability to like listen. Because listening is different than hearing stuff. Like you can hear what I'm saying, but like, if I ask you to do the simplest task, go on my highlights, screenshot 5 results, post them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't do no more, no less. Don't put your own spin on it. Boom. I'm looking for somebody that has the ability to listen, right? Because sometimes I might give instructions and I need them to sort of just remember or take notes. But like, if I give the simplest instruction, I need it to get done that way.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing I look for as far as like prior experience. So it's 5 years, 3 years, this and that. It's like, I know I'm not in enough rooms that deal with like more higher level people. Like I meet people at all different ages, and this is like the IQ is all over the place, right? So it's like I can't even explain that level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So most people I'm getting, they're coming either from corporate, but that doesn't mean like
Doesn't mean anything. How long have they been a PA for?
I said right now, what I got right now is coming from corporate and from like accounting and things of that nature.
It's problem number one. You didn't hire anyone with experience. Bro, that's like
I'm not in enough rooms to find this PA. You're saying LinkedIn. I gotta just message.
You don't need to be in the rooms, bro. Just hire people that have experience. Would you hire me to teach you how to build a dropshipping business if I never built one?
I wouldn't.
All right, so why are you hiring a PA that doesn't have a PA experience?
Right. That's dumb on my part.
But guess what? The things that you just listed as criteria, a PA with 3 years experience will have all of that and more.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing is that the PA with 3 to 5 years experience is going to teach you a lot of how you can operate to better do her job.
Oh, here's a crazy one. This is a good one. Like, oh my goodness. So let's say you hire a PA.
Yeah.
When the PA checks in the morning,
Yeah.
right? After like a few weeks of already been onboarded a few weeks ago, or maybe even a month later, should that VA ever text you the words, "What do you need?"
An inexperienced one will.
Like, wait, what? Wait. Day 1, week 1, we built out your to-do list.
Right.
And they're color-coded. Pending, done, completed, green. Like,
Yeah.
how are you still texting me?
Yeah.
What do I need?
Yeah. Lack of experience. That's probably the biggest variable. I'm telling you, all of this comes down to who you're hiring.
So I'm paying for mentorship because, like, I just want somebody to just tell me what to do with instruction.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is they're going to tell me, go to Upwork and Fiverr and Online PH and just go to link. Like, I'm like so burnt out.
For a PA, for like
For a
personal-
PA, like I'm paying somebody to tell me to go hire somebody. I'm just like, I knew that. I've been having a hard time.
Yeah. You need to switch it up how you're doing it. I would never hire any,
For the PA specifically, they have to be local. I have way too
yeah.
much going on.
Yeah, they have to be local.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is just you got to go where the players are, like where the real A players are, and those people with experience are on LinkedIn. So you can do a job post and then fucking boost it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
put some
that's
money
simple.
behind it.
Do a job post, not a like massive DM and stuff and looking all desperate.
No.
Do a job post on LinkedIn. It costs a little bit to create a job post on LinkedIn.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
I would take that. No problem.
I know. I'm sorry. It doesn't cost to put a job post up. It costs to boost it.
Oh, cool. Just like I got my car listed on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to escalate, let me know. But, okay. Nah, I'm getting that done because, like, that's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, bro.
Damn, what the hell am I doing out here? You know what I mean?
But this is great experience. This is now you experience what it's like to hire. Now when you go to hire a said A player and who has experience, but he or she lacks certain things, or they emulate what a C player does, you'll know right off the rip that they're not an A player.
Okay.
Because you know how anyone who isn't an A player operates.
Yeah, and I try not to ignore red flags, but I see it really quick.
Yeah.
I see it really quick, even down to the vocabulary that they use in shoes. I'm like, oh, you will try or you will?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
A player's like, I'll get it done.
For the rest of the time that we have you're gonna let me know. But like I want to, you know what I'm saying? That was my little thing. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So locking in. You asked me, what does locking in mean to me? That is definitely organized time, less distractions, way less social media. I did write it down. I was kind of addicted to social media. And I think we got sidetracked when I was trying to mention I try to stay off social media, but I have to post and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. All right, cool. So like locking in, no vices and just like concentration. And I went into like, I don't know if I'm productive, you know? So like, what does that mean for you? Like, what did it mean when you were already successful? How do you even take it up another level then?
No socials was a big one for me. That was probably the biggest variable. No socials. Another thing that I probably did that was a very, very big contributor to locking in for me was no socials, and I just said no to everything, man. I just said no to everything. Like, there's power in saying no to people. Yeah. Everyone's trying to get your time. Everyone's trying to help. Like, I'll give you a great example. Like someone in my family, they needed help with something. They were like, it was something to do with crypto, and they didn't know what they're doing. And I'm like, this is what you have to do. And they're like, well, can you just meet me somewhere and like help me out? I'm like, no, I can't. I'm too busy. I have shit to do. Or I'll give you another example. I had another family member who called me multiple times a day and who would text me because they needed something. And I never answered or never replied. And then I just texted them and said, listen, if you want to get a hold of me, the best way to do it is texting. Don't call me. I'm on calls all day, every day. I don't have time to be on the phone. I don't have time for any of that. So if you need me, text me. And don't get upset if I don't reply until the end of the night or the next day. And that's just what it is. So for me, it was setting harsher boundaries with people and getting off of socials. And if you do those two things, and if you're already not going out, et cetera, then that'll help more. But like, I was already pretty locked in that aspect. I would go out very, very rarely, but then I just stepped it up for like from January until like mid to end of April. I did not leave the house unless it was to go to the gym. Anything else. I also hired a cleaning company to come clean. I looked for a chef, but I just DoorDashed everything. So I just pretty much just didn't leave the house.
You know, I have my opinion on DoorDash, but because you just said it out loud,
yeah,
I would consider it, or Uber Eats or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's like, I want to say a cliche or stereotype on the DoorDash people. Like, but I'm sure you've heard they staple the bags in your food, right? Like, so they're not messing with the food. They're not picking up the fries. They're not, you know, you're never worried about that.
Putting something, no, bro. Never.
Or the hygiene of the people dropping off your stuff.
Never. I don't know.
Because I had never had a problem ordering a pizza and having it delivered. But I swear, if I'm getting a pizza, I'll drive the 4 minutes, whatever. And I think what you saying it, because I'm listening for what I can copy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the time to cut grass anymore. I don't have the time to wash dishes. I don't have the time to cook.
So all I had to do was work all day, every day.
Okay.
That's why I got shit done.
I fucks with it.
Yeah, so that was what I did. And that really, like, the socials was the biggest though, man. Like, not having to keep up. Like, my boys, one of the guys who did the coaching program, he's like, bro, you're gonna miss out on so many opportunities. You're gonna miss out on opportunities not being on Twitter, not being on socials. And to a degree, that's very true, right? And I'll tell you why. It's very true because there is opportunity in chaos. There's a lot of shit going on with the government right now. There's a lot of opportunities to make money on a lot of shit that's going on. And so he's very right. But I said, listen, you're 100% right, bro. But for right now, I'll miss those opportunities to take this opportunity, because this opportunity will propel me to take the newer opportunities when the time comes. And he was like, yeah, that's very logical. It makes sense. So you have to, again, it's just saying no to those opportunities where I could make money, sure, or it could be a play, but in reality, this play I'm making now is going to propel me to be able to make future plays much better, in a better position than I would if I'm doing it now. So getting off of socials was the biggest variable. I also wasn't looking at what anyone else was doing. I didn't care what anyone else was doing. I didn't care about what someone tweeted, all this stuff. When this Kanye stuff was going off, I had no fucking idea, bro. I had no clue what was going on at all. And then, like, my roommate at the time, he was like, yo, did you see what happened on Twitter? Did you see what happened here? I'm like, nope, had no idea. I have no clue. What does it affect me making money at all? So why the fuck do I care about it right now? I have to get this done. I need to do this. I have a plan. I need to execute on this plan. And I'm going to get there faster if I'm not distracted by what everyone else is doing.
I'm picking up on what you're saying, right? And I'm about to get into detail, like, what does a workday look like? Because it's like, okay, you weren't aware of what's happening on social media.
Yeah.
Right? Damn, I cannot imagine deleting YouTube. I mean, on lunch, you know, like something.
That's the only one I had. I will be honest. So YouTube was the only one I had, and that was what I would do during, like, when I would eat. That's it.
Okay, we're on the same page. I was like, damn, okay, and like, but when I'm eating, cool. Okay, because I was about to say, it's so hard to imagine deleting YouTube.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, all right, you're staying focused. It's probably very quiet in your room.
Yeah.
You log in around the same day every day on your laptop, or how does that look like? What does working look like for you right now?
Just in my office, just on the computer, handling customer service, taking care of stuff. Currently in the position to outsource the customer service here in the next month or two. So for me, it's just more of being in the email inbox, making sure that customers are taken care of, answering the phones, dealing with the customers. That's really what my workday looks like now. I don't do really anything else other than content, but I batch all my content, so I don't care about that.
Okay. Is it at the same time every day, like a routine?
No, I don't have a routine. Not like that. I don't believe that is required to. I got 1.2 million 6 months with no routine. Just got up and fucking worked.
my assistant is gonna eat that up, and she's gonna say, "See, I don't need to check in with you." I'm like, I gotta know that you're alive.
I would wake up, get coffee, and work. That's it. And then I would just work all day, so I would work probably until, I don't know, I'd wake up at different times every day, but okay. I would wake up, work until I felt completely just like I can't work anymore. And then I would go into the gym. That's my break. That's like my real break. Go to the gym for an hour, come home, and I'm right back at it again.
Wait, you're still working before you go to sleep?
Yeah, I worked all day.
Shit.
See what I'm saying, bro? Like, all day. Like, this is not like, and I want everyone to fucking understand this. I am your competition, and I'm fucking shitting on you. But there are people who are shitting on me. There's always a bigger fish, right? But at the end of the day, when you just said that just told me you're not working as hard as me.
Yeah, man, bro, my brain is melting around 7. So it's like, I open my laptop no later than 10. It's been before 9, right? And it's so quieter, you know what I'm saying? Before all the neighbors start. All right, cool. So a little bit earlier recently, right? Before I injured my back, I was in a gym before 7 a.m. and then I injured my back. I was like, oh my God. All right, cool. So I like my morning routine, pace myself. I went for a walk this morning. All right, cool. So it's like calls to start coming in, right?
Yeah.
Like VIP, oh, you need it? Oh, boom, bank account this. Oh, cool. Like I try to, and somebody told me to stop doing that, and I'm too accessible.
You're way too accessible,
okay,
bro.
I'm fixing that.
Yeah.
I've been working on automations. I'm working on the automations that I'm doing all these tedious tasks. I should hire an engineer. I think it's like UX, UI or something. Just somebody that just knows all the automations and get it done way faster. I'm already knowing that. But the stuff that seems like common sense to me, like, bro, I don't have time to pay a parking ticket. It's just the calls just come in. I'm doing these consultations. I'm trying to like monitor the assistants, right? Monitor the social media, and then build out the call to actions and the automations.
Yeah.
Right. And I know who I'm gonna hire for the automations and stuff to really like solve all this, so I can really like. And then my passion, the passionate stuff, like this podcast is a passion project.
Right.
Until, we get the sponsors
Right.
and the ads, and then we're pushing the school community. The stuff that I'm dedicated to, like I have like the top 5 priority stuff for each day of the week.
Right.
I'm literally always on a call, and I be having to tell people like, yeah, if you call me, just like, if I don't pick up, it's because I'm on the phone. I promise you.
Yeah.
It's because I'm on the phone or I'm in a Zoom call or whatever. But listening to you, I'm seeing the spots where I can tighten up, like less calls. Like, I'm about to ask you about your personal time, like, you know what I'm saying, in a second. But like literally, it'd be so many decisions that I have to make in a day, in a couple hours, because like I cannot even afford to waste time. So like I'm saying around like 6, my brain is starting to melt. I'm just like, damn, I just want to take a nap and so whatever.
Yeah.
I need to work on better habits. Like I said, I tried going to the gym to increase like whatever energy that I have just throughout the day. But like when you say you go to the gym and then you get back on your laptop, like my brain would melt. Like I don't feel I would be productive trying to make some more cuts on the podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I got to outsource the podcast, whatever. But
Yeah.
even to do something where I'm concentrating using my mental bandwidth to make sure I'm getting it done the way it needs to get done.
Yeah.
Like I'm out of here.
Yeah.
How do I improve that? Or like, so like, you're seeing like, you're probably not working as hard as I could be. Like,
it's an endurance thing. So I don't expect someone to come in and be able to just grind out the level of work that I grind out in a day, right? It's just, I don't know. I'm built different, bro. But people can get to that point because if you push yourself, like, okay, cool, I'm going to work more. Like, I'm going to work an extra hour and a half today. And then that extra hour and a half, it's like, all right, cool, I'm going to keep pushing the needle forward. And as you do that, you build endurance. And you can just stay there longer and longer and longer. It also, I think the thing for you is that you get yourself out of flow state. So you don't even, I think, allow yourself to get into flow state. And that sounds, woo-woo or whatever, but like you genuinely just in the rhythm when you just lose track of time because you're just doing shit because you're too accessible.
Okay, I'm gonna fix that.
You're so accessible, bro. Like, I'm just harsh on my time and people getting it. And like, if I, for instance, like today when you asked me, you were like, yo, can we push it to X time? And I'm like, I can't, I have this going on and this going on.
I love that you didn't compromise on that. I fucking love
it.
But Buddy knew how important this was. I was like, nah, bro, they're gonna have to wait till 8:30, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for you, it's like, you have to be willing. A lot, like, I struggled with this, bro. I struggled with telling people no for a very long time. I'm a people pleaser at the end of the day. I used to be a people pleaser, but then I realized, like, I'm sacrificing myself and my growth because I want to help somebody else. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to focus on my growth. And that means I'm going to tell a lot of people no. And that means I'm going to lose a lot of people. But that's fine. Like, that's cool.
Sheesh. Yo.
So it's just a matter of reducing the level of accessibility that people have to you.
Yeah.
And staying off the phone. What I would recommend is to put your phone in a different room.
Alex does that.
It works. D&D, so my MacBook doesn't go off with notifications, and then my phone's in a different room. Yo,
I don't know what happened, but like, there's a setting that changed. I have 3 phone numbers.
Yeah.
And 3 different ringtones. My laptop just starts going off.
Yeah.
And I gotta I got 100 tabs open. I gotta find what ringer is coming. Like, I have 10 phone numbers, but the 3 main ones, it's like, and WhatsApp. I'm like, yo, I appreciate you pulling up.
Yeah.
You breaking it down, because if there's anybody that I know that I could reach out to that I know for a fact is locked in and producing results, it's you. That I could say, I know a guy making $30,000 a day.
Yeah.
So I appreciate this conversation more than you know. Because now I can use the information to be more productive, right? So
just pushes the needle forward a lot faster.
Yes. You've gave me so much clarity.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
I'm turning off all those ringers.
Oh yeah,
and it's crazy because I have my community for a reason. My community is designed to be the VIP, school.com/850. that's where I want my clients to meet me every Wednesday at 7:30.
Yeah.
Like my high level, I can just be unfiltered. We're talking about the game plan. Like, hey, you get your business account open, but like literally just all on the call. VIP pull up, right? The mentorships I paid for, they have your Tuesdays and they have the last Thursday of the month or Tuesdays, something like that, right? The last weekend of the month, actually, right? In person.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to structure it the same way, but like my VIP, like the clients, I got some that are from scratch and some that are already doing millions. Like they ain't got time to show up on a Wednesday, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do I like? I wanted to bunch them all together in a eco, in a smooth way that's beneficial for everybody at the same time every week because like. And I got some people on the West Coast. So that was my vision, my grand vision. You know what I'm saying? Doing a service-based business where I'm synchronizing with people. But what I realized, I'm put my systems in place, hire at least 2 like coaches for the customer relations.
Yeah.
Right? That can keep in touch. And then I'm monitoring like that stuff is getting done. Yeah. Accounts are getting open. Applications are getting approved and applied. Submitted. You know what I mean? Like that's the vision.
Yeah, client success manager would be
a
very
client success
CSM.
Manager.
Be very helpful.
100%. And like I said, I'm building in front of everybody. I'm being as transparent as I can. A lot of people probably see where I'm at and be shocked, like, damn, my buddy is just, you know what I'm saying? But that's the point of this podcast, Delete Kings podcast, man. At the end of the day, I feel like the transparency part of it is the entertaining part of it because y'all will eventually see the growth, like, and be able to like go back. It's like, damn, okay, I guess he listened to all the advice he got on the podcast.
Yeah.
And before you get out of here, I know you got a dip. You pulled up all the way here. Like anything you want to let the people know, say, are you back on the map? Whatever you had premeditated, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely am on socials again. Snapchat and Instagram is really where I'm honing in really hard. Andrew Georgie with 2 eyes. On both of those platforms, that's where I'm really active. And I'm working on getting back in the groove of the consistency of stories and stuff like that. It's very foreign to me because I took some time off and it's different, but I'm still locked in on those socials. If you guys want to learn how to do high ticket drop shipping through the Elite Vendor free course, I have that as well. If you go to my Instagram, the link is inside of my bio. If you wanted to work with me on the coaching program as well, they can do that. There's a link in my bio there as well for the coaching program where they can apply to see if they're a good fit and they qualify, and then they get on a call with me directly in order to get that done. And then my YouTube channel link is in the bio and my Instagram as well. If you just search Andrew Georgie on YouTube, you'll come across my channel. I'm posting there consistently every Monday, every Friday, just a bunch of couple different types of content on there. A lot of granular, in-depth teaching on how to run the business and how to do these things, and then also just documented content as well. So like you see me pull up with this, like I'm just documenting what it's like to make 100 or 150K a week, or what it's like to do 300 grand in revenue. What does my day really look like? Because people want to really see behind the scenes shit. They really want to see how I structure my day. They really want to see what I'm really doing to generate this money. So I'm giving them a lot more back behind the scenes access on how that actually looks. And I've got a lot of good feedback. I do car talks as well. So like I bought a mount, put the camera in the car, and I just chop it up. And I really take the time to I reflect a shitload. So reflecting on camera is no different for me. So I walk people through how I reflect upon my day. What do I need to get done? How does my reflection process look? Because when I reflect, I find areas where I could either A, improve, or B, like just making sure checks and balances, cross the T's, dot the I's. Like, okay, I go through every department in the business while I'm on the car, and I'm just like, okay, cool, this is done. Okay, this is up to par. Okay, this is where it needs to be. And I just do that on the camera. So like for people to see, and they can emulate it, they can formulate it to how it fits them best. But that's the different type of content I'm putting out. Every single Monday and Friday, I put out a video. So if you guys want to tap in there, you're more than willing to do so. But free course, coaching program, all that stuff's in link in the bio and Instagram. So Instagram and Snapchat is really...
The free course is still like relevant. They can learn.
You can launch your store with the free course.
Launch your store. And then the high level stuff, you probably want to tap into the new stuff because you are opening it back up essentially.
It's open, yeah. I'm running ads right now as well to it.
Oh.
So
y'all in luck.
Yeah.
Now you're like, he's back.
Yeah, I'm fully back.
So he's able to teach y'all
exactly
how to make at least $1,000 a day. You'll work your way up there.
Yeah.
But if he literally has the results to do it and show it and prove it.
Consistently and recently. Like a lot of people in this space will put a lot of results that are old, and I catch it and I see it right away. And so like all the results I'm talking about, everything that I'm showcasing on my stories or on my YouTube channel, all that shit is like most recent. It's recent, bro. Like this 1.2 million that I made wasn't in 6 months from 2023 going into 2024.
Yeah, right.
This wasn't, no, this is like very recent. So you're getting somebody who's actually doing it in real time and is giving you strategies to implement in real time that are currently, everything that I'm teaching works. I'm doing it in my business. This isn't stuff that I did a year or two ago, and then I'm showcasing those numbers.
Do you have the ability to teach? Do you have a student? Do you have success stories?
I have success stories. Yeah, I have two testimonials on my YouTube channel. My boy Joel from England went and did $100,000 in his first full month of finally running ads. He got suspended, so he did like 30K in like a half a month. And then when he had his full first month to really run, he did $103,000 in revenue in 30 days.
Okay, is that 20% profit or something?
It's around 10% profit margins.
Okay.
So he made $10,000 in his first full month of running ads. I also helped Jeff go from 0 to 37K. He came to me and he had a store already, but it wasn't really doing too well. So I then worked with him, and then within 2 months of him working with me, he was doing 37K, kept growing. Second month did 37K, and now he's continuing to do his own thing. I've got a bunch of other screenshots of students that were killing it in the program that I had with the 3 other gentlemen. Mm-hmm. So I have proof of concept. Right. This doesn't just work for me, right?
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
You could say, oh, he's lucky, he's blessed, he knows how to figure out ways he can do it for himself. I want to see, who have you trained to duplicate your results and get the same results because you figured out the formula. You have the secret ingredient, secret sauce. But you're saying that guy, he reached out to you, he paid for your mentorship.
Yeah.
He still had to spend money on ads. That's extra, right? Cool. 100%. He paid the cost, but he still made 5 figures in profit.
Yeah.
He was able to put 5 figures in profit after it's all said and done.
Yep.
In your pocket.
Yeah.
In less than 45 days of working with you.
You're running the ads. So he was working with me prior, so we were helping him. So that isn't just like he just came to me and then the first month of working with me. He worked with me there was a 6-month coaching program.
Okay.
Right? So he probably spent a month and a half to 2 months really building it and doing it. And it doesn't take that long. You can move faster, but he was very, very just a big proponent of like, I'm going to do this right, and it pays. It paid for him to take that time, right, and do the things correctly. So his first full month of actually launching the store, that's when he made the 103K.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You can get step-by-step guided instructions and get real results without wondering, is this really going to work? Like,
yeah.
They just have to do exactly what you say, right?
I have the whole framework laid out. Just do what I tell you to do in the course.
Got it.
Just do what I tell you to do.
Got it. Appreciate that.
Appreciate
that.
Yeah.
You know where to find him. You know where to find me, the Lee King 850. Hey, this one's a special one. You know what I'm saying? He said he would be back. He's back. Fire.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tap in the school community. School.com/850. Let's go. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Like, if a 19-year-old is coming up in a single, like, family home, you know what I'm saying, with a mother, with no dad, what advice do you have?
I was in the same position as you. My dad passed away when I was 2 years old, so I grew up in a single family home my whole life. Build skills. Build skills, bro. Find something that you like to do. And if it's not feasible to do what you naturally like to do, because let's say it doesn't make as much money as you want, or et cetera, then go where the money is. You know what I'm saying? And then build skills around that. Because if you build skills, those skills will always pay you no matter what.
That's exactly why I'm here, to build the skills.
Yeah, like
not just even about the money. It's all about the
skills. Because the skills are scalable. The skills will scale the income. So as long as you build skills, every move you make should be extremely intentional. So if I'm going to do something, it's going to be intentional as fuck, right? And so for you, like what you're doing, this is super intentional. You're doing it to get the skills, right? And that is how you have to move in all aspects of life. Like, notice what I was telling him earlier about how I was locked in. Every decision I made was to achieve X, Y, Z. So if it's not, then there's the problem, you know? But I would say build skills in whatever interests you or whatever you find you're naturally good at. Build skills, because those skills will always pay. Always. Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
Woo. Oh, love it. Every time we get better. Every time.